Hello everyone, I am Tarun Krishna. Yes, today I am going to explain about boilers and compressors. Boilers. A boiler is an enclosed vessel in which fluid such as water is heated to produce a steam or vaporized form of a liquid. In this lecture, we are going to see about boiler and compressors. Fuel used for boilers: wood, coal, diesel, natural gas, nuclear energy, and LPG. Requirements of a boiler: generate maximum steam, light in weight and occupies less space, proper safety regulation, and easy accessible for inspection and repair. Classification of steam boilers: we classify steam boilers according to various criteria. We'll see one by one. According to the contents in the tube, fit tube boiler, water tube boiler. According to the position of furnace, internally fired boiler, externally fired boiler. According to the number of boilers, single tube boiler and multi-tube boiler. According to the use, stationary boilers and mobile boilers. Mountings are the fittings which are used in the boilers for the safety purposes. These are safety valve, fusible plug, stop valve, feed check valve, blow off cock, pressure gauge, water level indicator. Boiler accessories. Boiler's integral part but not mounted on it. These are the accessories which are fitted in the boilers to increase the efficiency and controlling the boiler, such as economizer, air preheater, superheater, feed water pump, injector, and steam trap. Today we are going to see about Velox boiler. Principle: when the velocity of the gas is greater than the speed of sound, its heat transfer rate also increases. This is the principle according to which this Velox boiler is, uh, is being used. Construction: water tube forced circulation boiler, gas turbine driven compressor, consists of water fire tube to maintain the flow of gas and water. This boiler also consists other necessary mountings and accessories such as economizer, superheater, blow-off valve, and safety valve, etc. Water is fed to the economizer from the feed pump. The economizer heats the water but does not heat it up to the boiling point. The warm water from the economizer is passed to the passed through the water circulating pump. The water enters the tube, evaporating this section, which is inside the combustion chamber. A gas turbine drives the axial compressor. The gas turbine converts the gas into mechanical energy, and with that energy, axial compressor is driven. In an axial compressor, the air flows through the axis of rotation of the compressor. The compressed air, enters the combustion chamber from above. With this compressed air, more heat is released, through which the velocity of the flue gas is increased and it exceeds the speed of the velocity. The flue gas passes through the fire tubes near the bottom of the combustion chamber. These fire tubes are surrounded by the evaporator of the water tubes. When water enters through to the combustion chamber, it gets heated very fast and it converts to steam. After that, water and steam which are formed is passed through a water steam separator. The separator separates the steam from water. The steam from the steam separator is passed to the superheater. The remaining water again passes through the evaporator tube, and this process continues until the water is converted into steam. The flue gas from the fire tubes are sent to the superheater for heating the steam. After that, the flue gas from the superheater is sent to the gas turbine, which in turn rotates the turbine to compress the air which goes to the combustion chamber to increase the velocity of the flue gas so that the water can get heated very fast. This is how a Velox boiler works. Advantages of this boiler: this has a very high heat transfer rate, it has very great flexibility, compact in design and easy to control, and has a great thermal efficiency of 90 to 95%. Compressors. A compressor is a mechanical device which increases the pressure of a gas by reducing its volume. Compressors are similar to pumps, which increase the pressure and decrease the volume and can transport it to various places so that it can be used for some other purposes. Classification: air compressors are classified into reciprocating and rotatory types. Uh, in this further, reciprocating type are classified such as single stage and multi-stage, and double acting and single acting. Today we are going to see about reciprocating compressor. Reciprocating compressor is a machine which is used to increase the pressure and energy of a working fluid by the means of piston cylinder arrangement in an automotive engines. It's a positive displacement compressor that uses pistons driven by the crankshaft to deliver the gases at high pressure. Working principle. The reciprocating compressor comprises of a piston and a cylinder arrangement. While the engine generates the power after consuming the fuel, such as electricity, reciprocating now it compresses the air which is sent through the suction chamber and compresses it. That which means increasing the pressure and decreasing the volume and discharges to the chamber, which is stored for further purposes. Thermodynamic cycle, clearance volume. Now this is a graph of a reciprocating compressor. Clearance volume is the space remaining in the compressor cylinder at the end of each stroke, which means after the compression, a certain amount of gas ejects out of the cylinder, but still some volume of gas stays inside, and this is known as clearance volume. At each completion compression stroke, the compressed gas trapped inside expands against the piston, which adds force to each stroke. After the compression, not all the gas come out of the cylinder. Some gas are trapped inside the cylinder, which then expands during the suction. So the graph is accordingly plotted. Classification. Uh, this reciprocating compressor is further classified according to the alignment of cylinder: horizontal, inclined, vertical, and V-type. According to the design, open and hermetic. According to number of stages, single stage and multiple stage. According to the pressure, low pressure compressor and high pressure compressors. According to the lubrication, lubricated type and non-lubricated type. According to action, single acting, double acting. And according to the cylinders, single cylinder and multiple cylinder. Major components used in this air compressor are piston, cylinder, crankshaft, connecting rod, suction and discharge valves, and storage tank. Single stage compressor. In a single stage reciprocating compressor, it is not practical to produce compressed air or fluid at high pressure. So we often go for the two-stage or multi-stage compressors. Two-stage compressor. In a two-stage compressor, air is partially compressed using isentropic compression, and then it is cooled to the heat exchanger, which is known as intercooler. Intercooler is a mechanical device used to cool the fluid, including liquids and gases, between the multiple stages. Typically at heat exchanger that removes the waste heat produced in the compressor. Here during heat exchange, there is no reduction in pressure, only in volume. Applications of these compressors. These are used in marine, supermarkets, railways, commercial traveling, air conditioning, transport refrigeration, and some industrial sectors. Advantage. So reciprocating compressors are cheap. It costs about half of the rotatory compressors. Low installation and service costs and low maintenance points. Disadvantages of these compressors are heavy foundation, low reliability, high maintenance, noisy operation, high wear and tear. So from this video, we learned about the boilers and compressors. Thank you.